Hello everyone. So I'm using the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, and today I'm going to do a Celtic cross to check in on Trump's health for Thursday, October 2nd, 2025. State of Tater Tot's health. The man with the best health care while he's trying to knock 15 million Americans off of theirs, just to give people like Peter Thiel a tax break, and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and himself. Oh God. Right there. Okay, so the forces in motion for the whole day are well, it is the Wheel of Fortune, so yeah, he's making choices. When it comes to health, this card is ruled, because it's ruled by Jupiter, it's all about the liver, the sacrum, sacroiliac joint, liver, yeah, I think I said that. Sacrum, hips, liver, pretty much. It's upright, so I can't say that he's stuck, but he has been in the past. So something has him moving forward a little bit. Okay, this is interesting. So his crossing card, his challenge card, is the Nine of Wands reversed. Okay. So it's like a double challenge there when it comes through reverse, right? It's somebody who's defensive and stubborn and pushing others away and full of paranoia. Maybe he's realized he's been risking it a little too much, and he's a little paranoid about, maybe he's finally trying to listen to his body a little bit. I don't know. Who cares? He's insane. Can't listen to his brain, right? Insane in the membrane. So, okay. 8 of Cups at the base shows that the only thing he does have control over when it comes to his health would be to try to let go of some stuff, take some self-responsibility, let go of, maybe he has been drinking all his life, even though he says that he's, not a drinker because his brother died that way. Well, what if he's a liar? Because he is, right? I mean, he's a pathological liar. So there's that. So let's see, other aspects with the 8 of Cups. It's Saturn constricting the flow of fluids. It's also one of my eclipse cards, but so he might still be under the influence. Well, of course he is. We all are. We're all under the influence of the eclipse that was September 21st. And remember that quote from the Sabian Symbols book, the astrological book that goes through all the Sabian symbols, and it came through at 29 degrees of Pisces, the eclipse did. And it's good for like the rest of us who are working in the light, but for somebody like him, the exact words to encapsulate the whole thing was witless indiscretion. That's what I'm feeling here with this. So, yeah. Now, he's walking away from something, I think. He's walking away from responsibility, and I think he's trying to escape. And I can't imagine him taking self-responsibility. So I feel like it's just him avoiding and walking away from responsibilities. And meanwhile, like I said, he's knocking how many? 15 million Americans off of their health care. Isn't that just lovely? In the past, we have the Queen of Swords here. So this tells me that it has to do with a nurse who's been, helping him out with whatever injections, anything that he needs. That this would be our phlebotomy. What do you call her? Oh, I can't even say it because you know why I'm cracking up, because Charles Bartholomew said he doesn't need a phlebotomy, he needs a lobotomy. Yeah, you're right. But a phlebotomist is the one that does the injections. Because we're in health, I'm not going to relate this card to being anyone else other than a healthcare provider. I have to stay with the context of the question is rule number 1. So, okay, with death reversed up here, and this is hanging over him, he has no control, right? Has no control over what's going on. This is his karma. Karma, no control. Control down here, forces in motion, challenge. Okay. So, recent past with the surgical woman who is trying to help him have some control over his colon, bladder, prostate, everything, like I was saying yesterday in the mushroom field, because we had this card yesterday, right? This is also a card of survival when it comes to reversed. It's also a card of bites, like tick bites, snake bites, bug bites, dog bites, snake bites, anything like that. Ruled by Scorpio. It's also my card, one of my cards for diverticulitis. He has no control over that. And I think that he is in pain, and that's what is, I think he's using drugs to escape the pain, and it's helping him, he thinks he's kind of moving on, but all of the drugs have to be filtered through the liver, and I think this is his liver working overtime. He's getting more and more paranoid because he should be. Near future, with the two, my hand's getting tired holding that. The near future with the Two of Pentacles, when it comes to health, it's upright, so it's not too bad, but it's just somebody wasting time, I think, and maybe he just has some swollen joints. Near future, things are swelling up because that's the thing is the liver filters, the kidney filters, and he doesn't drink water. He just drinks, well, he does, I guess, once in a while, but he's just addicted to Diet Coke. There's got to be kidney stones. There's got to be all of that. And the drugs, will ease the pain, but then, you wind up with constipation, right? So, okay, internally, what he's attracting with the Magician is, all the tools at his disposal to get the health care that he needs wherever he goes. It doesn't matter where he is. He has doctors and surgical staff. He has all of that right there. And if you don't believe me on that one, just Google it. Google it. There's so much you can Google. Everything. Google. It means infinity. The information is infinite. So anyway, when it comes to, this card, it does rule neurological issues. It does rule everything from the neck up. And the the nervous system throughout, but mostly brain. Mercury rules the brain, arms, lungs, shoulders, right? So there's that. He has resources, but he is, I think he's focusing in on how to do something a little better for himself, but he also is, maybe he just keeps thinking about communication. Okay, externally, what's coming at him with the Four of Cups reversed. Well, stomach problems because it's the moon in Cancer, because the card did come through reversed. Yeah, it's just one of those situations where there's a lack of balance. His microbiome, stomach is not it's not working well because of all the drugs he's used all his life. He's probably just like shredded his guts. Okay, so what I am going to do the hopes and fears here. Well, I can do it both ways, actually. I think he's hoping to hold on to power, right? And he's always just greedy and thinking about money with the Four of Pentacles coming through upright. I can't see it as being anything more when it comes to health is just his digestion. I mean, and it's not reversed, so I can't say he's got a head cold or anything, but both of these cards relate to digestion. And if you look at the predominance here, we've got constriction, because we've got Saturn here ruling this card, Sun in Capricorn. We've got Saturn here with this card. We've got this water and fluid constriction, commonality going on here. And then his nervous system and everything down south, And then the outcome for the day is, again, there we are with some of the better health care with the Queen of Pentacles. Let's see what's at the bottom. Oh, now this is somebody slacking on the job. Two of Cups reversed. This is not good health care. This could also just be him being afraid of dying alone. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, and then the Knight of Swords reversed. Sometimes this is a card of an accident. When the Knight of Swords reversed. Yeah. Sometimes it's a nervous disorder. Sometimes it's violence. Reading it in the realm of health, I feel like in the past he's had somebody who's good with the needles and maybe the port that he has for his congestive heart failure and whatever else he needs. And we know that he's had, I still have those photos on my computer. Maybe I should put them on in the post section again from when he had the what do you call the I can't remember the name of the thing, the catheter and you could see the line going down his front, and then in the back he had what do you call like some kind of, oh my God, my brain isn't working right when it comes to these medical devices, but like the braces, lower leg braces he had. And I think that's because he was having that foot drop thing, that he was going through. So he's been going through problems. And he only keeps wheeling around the wheel of fortune that keeps spinning through, life, because he has the best of health care. But at some point, somebody's going to make a mistake. And we've already determined with the predominance of the Temperance reversed coming through, and the Hermit reversed coming through, and then other times the Knight of Pentacles reversed. An acute illness and a grave illness and blood transfusions and imbalances and possible overdoses, So there's all of that. But this could be an accident, and it might, be that the person who's with him just can't do it, can't handle it. And I hope no one ever gets blamed because, it's his long time lack of self-care that has gotten him to. If he weren't president and with the best of health care, if he weren't wealthy and especially president, he would have been down a long time ago. So, okay, well, that's all I have for today. I'll be back in a bit to do the what's happening to him. Okay, bye.